I'm gonna go Squabble Up, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
Dang.
banger.
Bar for bar, word for word.
He rapped that song all season.
Yeah.
Like when I go to bed, I hear "Squabala, squabala, squabala," and I would just picture Jalen doing this constantly.
Oh.
Oh, Canada.
For Canada.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Wow. Yeah, nice.
we love that.
You too?
Yeah, that's mine as well.
Wow.
We should do
We
that
should do a
together.
duet. I'll sing the French part.
Thank God.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
How are you?
Good. We're doing so well. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. We are so in love with this show. We're just so enthralled in what's happening, and we're just burning through the episode. So we're just so happy that we get to talk to you all about it today.
Thank you.
You know, hockey lately has become such a talked about conversation in sports and media. Everywhere we're seeing, there's so much hockey now. So what do you guys think makes hockey such a steamy sport?
It's a really great question. I don't know. I think it's very like traditionally like physical and I don't want to say violent, but like hyper
You got
masculine.
violent, 100%.
But like
Yeah.
it is.
They throw hands for
They
oh.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't want to say that's why it makes for good romance.
I think there's well, I think there's passion in both. Like the like sporting events are passionate by nature. Like that's why you follow it, and that's why romance is so compelling as well. And you put them together, and you've got a pretty good story.
It is also very like intense. I mean, you're only on the ice for what, like a minute at a time, and you're just like, it's very physical.
Steamy. There's just something about Steven, you're better at because you've played.
Yeah,
So you-
it makes it steamy. I've said this before, but like the mystery of a hockey player, like they're so when you watch them in interviews, they're very like, you know, you got to get pucks deep, pucks to the net. You know, gotta play 3 periods. You know, we're gonna get back there, back check. And they're very like deadpan, and I think when you get like, for example, you close the door with them and then all of a sudden they open up like these characters do and the heart that they have, I think that really, really is appealing. And of course, like the showers, you know, the showers with the boys, you know, that's steamy. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That was great.
yeah.
Good job. That was good.
I like that.
Well, I mean, our next question was going to be like, how did you guys bond as a team? But I guess the showers probably is one.
Showers.
So we did hockey boot camp though for 2 weeks.
I love the way you say boot camp.
boot camp.
Okay.
We did hockey boot camp.
Yeah, we did a hockey boot camp for 2 weeks prior to shooting the first season.
Yeah.
And then also throughout while we were going. But we got to, be in the locker room, getting ready, practicing for like, 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Because a hockey practice goes for what, 45 minutes usually? Or something like that?
Hockey practice?
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours, man.
They go 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, like normally it's like an hour, but
Right.
for us, it was,
Yeah,
We were going.
yeah.
Yeah, we were going long.
Yeah.
But we got to bond there. Steven
Yeah, we
played
became a team there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Something that we love so much about this show, and that's really cool when you get to adapt a book series into a show, is that we get to really spend a lot of time with characters that we'll learn more about later down the road. But for both of you joining this series, like, what did it mean for you, and what are you really hoping fans get from this series?
I think the fun thing about all these characters is you're seeing it's a huge ensemble cast, and everyone is kind of explored as like how they present themselves externally and also how they interact with their close friends. And so I think there's a lot of ways that people can identify with everybody, like you get to see who, Allie is to the outside world, and also how she is with the people that she loves, with Hannah, with her boyfriend, with whoever, and same with everyone really. So I just think there's a lot of like room to. It's almost like a case study on like human behavior.
Ooh, that was great.
Thanks.
I think it's just Justin's a little bit different in this in comparison to the books and stuff. But I think for me, I just hope that fans of the book can resonate with the love story in the same way. And I've just tried to keep things true to the dynamic between the 3 characters of the love triangle. And for me, that was the most important thing when, I guess, adapting this and making it its own thing as well.
Now, obviously, like Steven, growing up in Toronto, We got the Leafs being the first love of hockey. For you guys though, like I would just love to know, like, what is your first memory of hockey? Like, what was that first experience for you that you really were like, oh damn, like this is a really cool sport. I like this a lot.
Growing up, I grew up in Detroit, so going to Joe Louis Arena, seeing the Red Wings play, especially in like 2008, 2009, when the Red Wings were like it, man. The Red Wings and the Penguins had this little Stanley Cup little rivalry 2 years in a row. That was where I really started getting into the hockey scene.
That was sick.
That was cool. Like, yeah, Zetterberg, Datsuk, all those guys. It was a cool team to watch. That's what got me into hockey. I didn't play, but like I was always interested in it. Yeah.
For me, I grew up in Vegas, and so like hockey was the last sport I thought I would play. But when I was actually like felt like kind of actually I really do love hockey now. So when I fell in love with it, it was actually because of this guy right here, seeing him skate super fast, and he would always come up to us and like he'd stop super sharp and then use like what's called snowplow, like the ice all over us.
Yeah.
It was crazy just to see people like move so elegantly on skates, which it was like that. I played basketball a lot growing up, and so people move elegantly there, but doing it on skates is so there's just something so beautiful about it, but like powerful. You know what I mean? It's great.
It's such a flex. It's such a flex.
It is such a flex, yeah.
Steven, no, we have to ask because I know I directed it to the other guys, but like obviously growing up Toronto, I'm assuming you're a Leafs fan. Do you have a favorite Leaf or do you have a favorite Leafs memory that's not the horrible season that we just had?
I love the era with Darcy Tucker and Matt Sundin, Caberlet, Brian McCabe, like that era. That was kind of when I was watching them. Ty Domi.
Yeah. Ty Domi, Curtis Joseph.
Curtis
Great era.
Joseph. Yeah. So I would say that era. That was Darcy Tucker was actually a big inspiration for me and why I chose my number 16 for my whole
No way.
adolescence career there. So yeah, that was probably my favorite time.
I'm from Dallas, so I root for the Stars, but I have gone to more Kings games just by proximity. I love the Kings as well. Hockey memory, my middle school boyfriend played hockey, and so me and his mom would go to his games and like sit up in the stands and like watch him play together, and it was like super cutesy, and it's like cold and you wear a sweater, which you don't get to do in Texas often. So it's fun.
Yeah, I'll go Kings, and then but like it's like ice hockey's not huge in Australia as a comparison to America and Canada because it's again we don't really have ice. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess a lot of my hockey knowledge has come from this show and watching the boys do it all, and I guess that's pretty much it. That was my exposure to hockey essentially.
You know, we also get this really great karaoke scene this season as well, and obviously Jalen, we had it in the pit too, which is great, so you're getting a lot of karaoke time here. But for you guys, what is that go-to song when it comes to getting on the mic?
Oh, like at karaoke. It will be either like I've said, my way, Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Something I can, and probably a Elvis song. So I'd probably go with "Can't Help Falling in Love."
Oh,
Yeah.
bangers.
Yeah.
Mine growing up was always Feeling Good, Michael Bublé's version. I always just felt like a badass getting up there. And the first time I did it, I was on a cruise on New Year's Eve and I had like a little tuxedo on.
Oh,
So I felt really, really.
I need footage of that.
There is footage actually.
I need that
Little
footage.
12-year-old me.
That's
yeah.
so cute.
Yeah. Feeling good.
I'm gonna go Squabble Up, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
Dang.
banger.
Bar for bar with word.
He rapped that song all season.
Yeah.
Like when I go to bed, I hear "Squabala, squabala, squabala," and I would just picture Jalen doing this constantly.
Oh,
Oh, Canada.
For Canada.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah, nice.
We love that.
You too?
Yeah, that's mine as well.
Wow.
We should do that
We should do a
together.
duet. I'll sing the French part.
Thank God.
As Canadians, we love that. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Sang it all the time at school, so why not?
Hell,
That's awesome. Guys, thank you so much for your time. This show's so great. We can't wait for everyone to watch it when it drops. So just thank you so much for your time. We hope we get to talk to you down the road.
Thank you so
Thanks, you
much.
too.
Appreciate that.